In a world that moves too fast, this is your invitation to pause, to explore the space between thought and wonder, where science meets story and emotion meets insight. Here, curiosity is more than a question. It's a way of being. You found your corner of calm and contemplation. This is nerdy psychology. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.
Welcome back to Nerdy Psychology. I'm Dr. Angel, your mental health professional, part-time memory loss sufferer, and full-time December disaster. So, quick question. Does anyone else completely lose basic cognitive functioning in December? Because just last week, I walked into Target for one thing, toothpaste. That's all. And I walked out with wrapping paper, a candle that smells like pine trees and childhood trauma, 2 gift bags, a snowman mug, and guess what? I totally forgot the toothpaste. And also, I couldn't remember where I parked. I wandered the parking lot like I was coming out of an amusement park and couldn't find my parking space. Hello, car, where are you? So today we're talking about something called holiday brain. It's the extremely scientific term I made up for why December turns all of us into these glitter-covered goldfish. If your brain is glitching this month, congratulations, you're normal. And we're about to explain why. Okay, first, let's talk about the amount of things December demands on our brain. Gift lists, events, family dynamics, work deadlines, driving past a house with 14 inflatable in their yard and trying not to crash into people's mailboxes, plus all of our regular life stuff that already is happening all other parts of the year. Our brain goes into this state of, well, what researchers lovingly call cognitive overload, which is really just science speak for there's too many tabs open and half of them are frozen in my brain. You know, when your calendar reminders pop up and say, dentist at 3, and suddenly you realize it's like 3:07 and you're still in your pajamas. Holiday brain is like your executive functioning took a holiday completely without you. So, science nugget here. Our working memory can hold about 4 to 7 things at once. And December demands that we hold on to like 47 things at once. And that's on a slow day. In December, our attention spans become quite fragile, delicate, paper thin, might I say. You try to do one thing, one simple task, and your brain goes, actually, let's think about cookies and travel plans and that one gift you forgot to buy that cousin that you haven't seen in like 5 years. Have you ever started wrapping a gift and thought, I should get some tape? And then on the way to get the tape, you somehow end up reorganizing a drawer, answering a text, watching a 3-minute video about how otters hold hands with each other, and that gift is just sitting there, naked, no progress, no tape, just sitting there. Our science nugget tells us this happens because attention gets fragmented, decision fatigue spikes, emotional load increases, and sensory stimulation is everywhere. Your brain is basically whispering, look, it's not that I don't want to function, it's that I physically cannot function. Let's talk about the memory side of the holiday brain. Why can't we remember? You ever make a list, leave the list at home, then stare at the grocery store shelves like you've never, ever purchased food before? Like, what do humans even eat? Like, Do humans even eat? Is cereal dinner? Who am I? Why am I here? Do I need milk? Do we have milk? Does milk even exist? And parking lots? Oh my goodness. December parking lots turn into psychological escape rooms. You walk out and immediately think, I don't even know where my car is. I do not know. Did I even bring my car? Am I driving my wife's car or my husband's car? Did I materialize here? Am I stuck? That's because your brain gets so overloaded going in the store that it didn't even encode your parking space in the first place. Memory requires attention. And while December, it's the Grinch of attention. Thus, December steals memory. So how do we support our overloaded December brains? Offload your brain, write everything down. Lists, reminders, digital notes, whatever works for you, because your brain is not a reliable narrator in December. If it's not physically written somewhere, it really doesn't exist, period. I'm going to say that again. If it is not written somewhere, it doesn't physically exist, period. 2, reduce micro decisions. Decision fatigue is so real. Pick a wrapping paper theme so all your gifts match. Minimal thinking. Wear the same few cozy outfits this month. Meal prep. Simple meals, simple to-go meals. So future you doesn't panic in the grocery store aisles. Do one thing at a time. Multitasking is a lie, especially when our brains are overloaded. If you put a pot on the stove, do not also check your email, text your friend, start a load of laundry. The pot is now triggering the smoke detector in your house, creating even more stimulation. So make sure you're handling one task and completing that through. Another really helpful thing you can do is set little timers and reminders so that we're not getting too distracted from things that we need to be reminded of. I love using timers on my cell phone or Alexa timers or smart device timers where I can have something baking in the oven and ask an alarm to ring at 3:30 to remind me to take out something from the oven, but another alarm to remind me to switch the laundry. Like, that can be super helpful tools to help you manage just everyday life in December. And give yourself permission to be human. You're not failing. You're so overloaded. If you cried because you dropped wrapping paper on the floor, honestly, totally valid. It happens. Or my favorite, you cut the wrapping paper the exact wrong size for the gift, and it was like the end of your roll. Yeah, that happens. We're called human, and we have so many things going on. Holiday brain, it's not a flaw. It's a sign that your brain, it's doing its best with way too much going on. So if you forget things, misplace things, or wander parking lots like the confused ghost of Christmas past, you're fine. You're in good company. Let me know in the comments, what's your biggest holiday brain moment this year? Bonus points if it involves wrapping paper, mismatched gifts, or wandering stores like a confused woodland creature. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this episode with someone who is definitely forgetting at least 3 things today. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy. That's a wrap. See you next week.
You found your corner of calm and contemplation. This is nerdy psychology. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.